Phil here from When You Win. Just having a week in the North Derbyshire, South Yorkshire moors. I think we'll go over to Holmfirth.
Holmfirth.
I can't be getting it wrong.
Holmfirth.
Hey, my God. Holmfirth. We're currently in Castleton. God, shall I start again?
We're in the country of where?
We're in England.
England in Scotland or something.
And we're just going to do a bit of hill walking and a bit of cat walking.
Mindfulness and learn how to speak.
Yeah, something like that. Hope you enjoy.
Spin me around and around, turn me upside down.
Where are we?
Holmfirth.
Holmfirth. And you're standing outside?
Nora Batty's house.
Yep. She's got a lovely little garden, hasn't she?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. I really like that.
Washing line, lovely.
Oh yeah, stood under washing line. A very tightly packed in place with river down at bottom. Bins are a bit of an eyesore, aren't they? And then Compo live next door, down here.
This one's not, mate. And this one, he's a plastic jolly.
So that's Compo's. Yeah. So basically he lived underneath it, didn't he? And then they've made next door to both of them the wrinkled stocking tea room. We bobbed in here earlier for our coffee when we first arrived. I didn't film it before. But it's where the WI that are now called country markets, I think. We're having a coffee morning, and Phil must have bought about three pies or tarts. Huge piece of chocolate cake, and another thing. It says it's going to freeze half of them, and it should last over a week. We'll see. Oh, and I got a sirloin steak from a local farmer. Right, just off to the co-op, and then we'll go back and find our pussycats. Oh, you can just see our van in the distance over there. So somewhere up here, Sid's Cafe. Oh, there it is. Look. Sid's Cafe. Nice little place for lunch. Nice little courtyard, actually. And you can have a tour around the place in a bus, if you like. See where they've done all the filming. Edible garden. Novel. Somewhere up here is, oh, there it is. So this is where Billowing was laid to rest. Compo. He's got another stone, actor, playwright. And then next to him is Cleggy, or Peter Sallis. Some people might know him for Wallace and Gromit if they don't know him for Last of the Summer Wine. And I've got a picture of the three of them. Sweet. So this is up at the church, the top of the hill. Nice big Norman church.
Spin me around and around, turn me upside down.
So that's Mam Tor over there. which is where they had the landslide.
And it's still a landslide.
Was it in the 70s?
No, it's been like that for like a couple of 100 years.
Yeah, but wasn't it 1970 where they had that big landslide?
Oh, they've had a couple where they had to shut them.
I'm not right.
They've had several.
Yeah.
It was 1999, I think, when they actually eventually shut the road down.
Right. So at one point this would have been just a walk up here, but they've laid a bit of tarmac. Are you going to remind me what it's... it was a seabed, weren't it?
Yeah, these bits each side are all coral.
Coral,
beds.
yeah.
And then they laid down by the sea, and then it went into a whole area that was shallow, went above ground, and it got filled with mudstones through mud.
Yeah.
And then it was at 1.3 miles above sea level, or 3 miles above us.
Yeah.
And then the glaciation and the road has taken it all back out and washed it all out.
Right. But it's as good as any place you'd visit in Europe, this. So that's where we stopped a couple of nights ago. In fact, that's where we stopped a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, just there.
That's the top of the road, isn't it? And then we walked up here.
Mind that, then.
Yeah, that's where Jack went for a paddle.
Yeah, in that pond.
In that bit of water. That's the bumpy road. And then...
And that's the collapse road.
And then this... Oh, this was the road.
Hmm.
Oh, I see.
It's the wind round.
This road used to wind round. So that's the lower road, the one that's bumpy. This one's even more bumpy.
Oh, it's partly non-existent.
Yeah. Also, would this road have gone down to meet that road?
Yes.
I see. And then the whole land, the whole hillside just
It slipped.
Again.
And again. And again.
And that's because it's made of unstable stuff.
Yeah, it's just, well, you can see it's all rock. It's very soft, shaly stuff.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
from what I gather, it's going to have been the infill of, what do we call them?
Ice Age.
No, the infill of
Glaciers?
coral reefs.
Oh, right, infill between
So
two
this is-
corals.
yeah, and this is just built up over millions of years. You can see the layers of sandstone.
Yeah.
So it's muds and sandstone. So
Right.
mudstone's
So
quite
it's old
soft.
sea floor.
It's sea floor, yeah, and then it's been risen up to about 3 miles in sky.
Yeah. What, by heave?
Altogether. By heave and just layers of stuff being put on.
Yeah.
And then over the last 300 or 200 million years, it's gradually worn away through water erosion and ice ages. and it's never really been consolidated
Right.
into hard sandstone, just soft.
It's not compacted down.
No.
Gorgeous. See ours?
Well, sort of in between trees.
That's that shop where we set off.
Whitefields.
Yeah.
Trees. That's where we set
And
off.
that's a turning point. Yeah. And there's a Iron Age settlement remains.
And then last.
Just there. And this is the top of the landslide, so I'm going to make a move for it now since it rained all day yesterday. That gives you an idea where we've been, doesn't it?
It does.
What edge are there? And they still can't see our motorhome. It's round the corner, isn't it? We were going to walk across that path there, but it just got really, really muddy. So we've chosen to come down a little bit and pick up the road. The only thing is you've got to walk back uphill.
And you've got to walk through
Yeah.
the mudslide, whatever you call it.
I know. You can see where the road's just collapsed here. And it all went down there. It's a great valley. So you can see this is where the road was. And it looks like you can see there's one layer of road there, and then they've rebuilt it up again to mend it. But then you've got all these steps and great chunks that just slid away and went like that. Just loving this pitch. One of the CLs at Tidewell, next to this farm. And there's a nice walk up here to meadow rich with herbs due to the fact that it was mined in the past for lead. Apologies for the noise, but this little boy is shouting for Jack, but I've just been back for the camera, so we're on our way up to meet him now. He's up there on the hill. So lovely day today. Up through the gate, and then it's all full of these bumps and lumps where the mining took place. He used to be quiet now. Now he's found his little mate. Stop making all that noise now, can't you? Comfy there? Oh, we got off his lead. Oh dear. So if you look up here, you can see it goes all the way up to the top of this hill. You've got smooth land at each side, and then bumps and lumps all the way up the middle between the walls. And as I was saying, there's all sorts of different plants, which is great for the bees. So we've got purple ones, yellow ones, harebells. That's clover. can tell from the leaf. It's got 3 leaves coloured like that, and then if you find 4 leaf, it's lucky. 4 leaf clovers. I like following these little tracks. I think they're cool. I think the sheep will have made these. They graze on here after July, and they've got these deep gullies. Sheep will like that for protection from the wind. Well, that's deeper than the other one. Trees growing up in it now. What a fantastic place to live. Beautiful blue skies after all that rain we've had. Right, back to the boys. Standing in the shade with his thick woolly jumper on. We've discovered that they walk best when Phil goes up front. Jack follows him, and then Mickey follows Jack. Mickey's a bit slow sometimes, but he gets there. He did a 2.5 mile walk yesterday. No, not 2.5, 2.5 hours, sorry. Got our steps in.
That elm tree there
The one behind your head.
is a rare specimen these days.
Right, why?
Why? Dutch elm disease killed lots of them off, or they were felled and killed off. And here we've got a mature one which has survived the Dutch elm, the beetle.
Yeah.
And it's possibly because it's resilient to it, and throughout the country people are taking seeds now from these resilient trees and replanting them around the country. Having said that, a lot of the elms which did die, succumbed to Dutch elm disease, died back to the ground, but they've sent suckers up and they regenerate.
Oh, good.
And there's one behind you, over there.
So do I look at it? Which pan slowly?
That one there, that little one there, which was looking
Oh,
at
right.
before.
Yeah.
That's regenerating itself.
Right.
But you've got to wait till it's about that height to see whether the Dutch elm beetle comes back and attacks it again.
Right.
So the other way it could have done, that one could have survived, is because that got attacked and then all these micro, whatever they call them, which is underground,
Yeah.
could have basically spoken to that thing and it set up its own antibodies resistance to it, and that one survived.
I find that amazing that trees are all communicating with each other underground.
To each other.
Yeah, sending messages.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, thanks for that bit of information, Phil.
Right.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. We did, as always. And I hope you tune in to see where we go next.
We keep you warm.